Hey everyone, this is Dusty with Prospect Pursuit. Welcome to the channel. This is going to be our first episode of habitat management. I have this farm that I have permission to hunt. I'm going to take y'all through my process on how I'm going to improve this farm for habitat and better hunting. We're going to be improving the habitat for turkeys. Everyone knows that the eastern wild turkey population is in decline. Most of that is due to habitat. The habitat for the turkeys is going away. It's most of the areas that we are hunting is mostly closed canopy. Basically, with a closed canopy forest is nothing there. They get some woody browse a little bit, but other than that, too much shade, not enough sunlight, nothing grows. If we can manage for a wild turkey, we benefit the deer, we benefit the quail, we basically benefit all wildlife. My plan for this property is about 60 acres, so it's small. My goals are to keep more deer on this property, more turkeys on this property, increase nesting habitat for turkeys, to increase brooding habitat for turkeys. And by doing that, I'm going to increase forage for deer, bedding areas for deer, and just a better safe haven, and also more nutrition for the deer so that they have better fawning, they grow bigger antlers and better body size. What I've done with this property is I've broken it up into different sections, and up here, basically this used to be a field. It's grown up. It's probably an acre and a half in size. Today what I'm going to do is a technique called Hack and Squirt. All you need is a hatchet and some herbicide. There's multiple herbicides you can use for this process. I already had glyphosate, so that's what I'm using. My manufacturer recommended that 100% glyphosate. Don't water it down. I put a little bit of dye in there. My plan is to go in here, hack and squirt all these trees down, especially the big ones. That way that'll allow sunlight to come through and start to grow. Next I'm gonna have to come in, do some chainsawing, cut some stuff back, the smaller stuff that I'm not gonna hack and squirt. With that sunlight, it should start having, a bunch of grasses and forbs that grow for the deer and the turkeys. Part of this you can see, I've already cleared out some, but not enough. You can see that nothing's really growing here. Turkeys need some bare ground for brooding habitat because poults have trouble regulating their body temperature when they're a couple weeks old. So when they get in here and they get in this tall grass and they get wet, that's a death sentence for turkey poults. So basically they need this open ground where they can eat, and also they have enough habitat around them where they can hide if they need to. And the mamas, the hens, they want to be able to see over everything so they can look for predators that are potentially lurking nearby. When do you hack and squirt? The best time to hack and squirt is now, July, which we're in August now, but the best time is summertime, July through probably November. You don't want to hack and squirt late winter, early spring, because that is this heavy sapping season. So that's when trees are trying to bloom, bud out their leaves, and basically that sap will literally push out the herbicide you've applied, basically waste your time and money. Today is August 17th, so it's going to be a good morning. It's nice and cool. I'll get a few hours of work in, and basically this is a perfect time to utilize the hack and squirt method. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the process of the hack and squirt. Basically, you're going to take a hatchet, you're going to hack the tree. You want to get into the cambium layer, which the cambium layer is the inner bark. Basically, it's the circulatory system of the tree. And once you hack into that, that's where you want to apply your application of your herbicide. And when you apply that, you do that a few times depending on the diameter of the tree. Every 3 inches of diameter of tree, you want to put 1 hack into the tree, and within a few months that tree should begin to die. Basically, you get in the cambium layer. It's basically the circulatory system. The herbicide gets in the circulatory system, goes down to the roots of the tree, and the tree dies. You will have branches that fall. You'll have to pick them up, leave them, whatever you want to do with that. The tree will eventually fall. That takes years, and it basically falls from the top down, so it'll just start to slowly break away. It's also good for habitat. Birds love these trees. The woodpeckers, you'll see a whole bunch of woodpeckers. They love the trees that are hollowed out. Woodpeckers, birds, they need that stuff. If you don't have nobody managing your farm, it's just you by yourself, which that's me. Just gonna be an easy, quick application, a couple hours, should be done with it. I'm gonna kill most trees in here. If I see oak tree species, I'm gonna leave those. This is my first tree. It's a sweet gum tree, and again, all I got's a hatchet. I got a squirt bottle with my herbicide in it, and I'm wearing rubber gloves. I like to wear rubber gloves because you will get this stuff on your hands potentially. We're gonna go ahead and hack and squirt this tree. Put about 4 or 5 hacks into it, and that's perfectly fine. If you go more, that's okay. Less is not okay. Okay, you want to make sure you get enough herbicide into the tree so that the tree will die. You want to be about waist high, and basically what you're gonna do is hack it, kind of at an angle, right? Kind of almost at a 45. So that white part right there is your cambium layer. And basically, you're just gonna squirt your herbicide in there, put a little bit of pressure on it, a little bit of herbicide, take your axe out, and see how it kind of closes up on itself, right, like a band-aid. Now, the herbicide is now injected into the bark. The blue helps, the blue dye helps because I can see exactly what I hit. Now I'm gonna do about 3 more of those on this tree, and this process will be done. As you can see in the food plot, plenty of sunlight. Then we go to where I'm hack and squirting. It's nothing but shade. So this is going to open up that canopy, get more forage through. It's going to be nice. Now I still got to come through here and cut down the understory and the mid-story, but the upper story taken care of right now. As you can see behind me, this Japanese silverberry is everywhere. It's just green here. Yes, that does provide some cover, but there's really no nutrition to it. I'm coming here with a chainsaw, cut all this silverberry down. My other plan for here is along the edges, is to edge feather this, I don't know, 15 yards probably. So it'll give them that security, that extra security to feel safe during daylight hours, where hopefully I'll get a shot at a good deer. I'm out of herbicide, so I think I'm gonna get on the tractor, do a little bush hogging. I've probably, in about, I don't know, 2.5 hours, I have hack and squirt probably about 1 acre. Freaking spider web. Whew. Oh my. For those trees I've hack and squirt, they're going to start dying. Now, this does not happen overnight. It's going to take a few months. So by next growing season, those trees should not put out any new leaves. Now, I'm sure there's going to kind of leave my spider web. Whew. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some trees that either I missed or might need another application. I've had really good success with hack and squirt with glyphosate 100%. After deer season, I'm going to come in with the chainsaw and I'm going to cut all the little ones down that I missed from hack and squirting. So just cut them all down, open up the canopy. Should be a whole lot more sunlight and should have a bunch of herbaceous growth next season, next year. So stay tuned, follow this channel. Got a lot more projects I'm going to do on this farm. I found something really nice. I've got persimmon tree, and look at all them persimmons in there. They go all the way up there. You can see them. Inside there with it, the sweet gums. gonna come here in the winter with a chainsaw and cut some of the little stuff out, but for now, some of the sweet gums are a little big. I'm gonna go ahead and hack and squirt them. They'll die. That'll give this persimmon tree plenty of room to expand its canopy, provide more fruit. It's gonna kill the competition. Deer are gonna love it. I can put a ground blind underneath here. I'm gonna feather this whole edge all the way through here. Eventually, getting ready to do some fall food plots. So I'm gonna show you how I do it. Hopefully we'll save you money and time. So follow along. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.